Didn't realize I had the microphone not muted. But anyway, um, surprised no one is even here yet. That's surprising since it's already been 6 minutes. I thought everyone would be here, but I probably turned that music off. Come on, we need one viewer. We one viewer. We need one viewer. Oh, we got one viewer. Okay. So mainly today, I'm not sure if we're gonna get any gameplay done, but basically we've already went through most of everything that was in PvZ1, except for all the survival endless stuff. Still planning to do the day, night, fog, and fog roof, and even night roof. That's another thing that apparently you can do. Um, yeah, I still plan to do those. Ow. So there's a specific site, this site, the Claimant Floor, that I look at mainly often. Pretty interesting site. I've recommended this on my friends before. So if you have a favorite video game, there's definitely something. There's definitely something within the files that is still remaining there that's not used. So this is the site. If you find something that's not used within that game, you can put it on this site. So, which is what I've been doing for the past year or so. Made a bunch of articles for the Bejeweled games, for example, that did not exist before. I've been finding a lot of stuff for Plants vs Zombies recently, and I decided to put all of my findings in here. Mainly all this so far is not mine, so we'll get into what I did find later on. Moment. Wait, hang on. I need to put the chat in there. Hang on. Can't even see my cursor. Okay, should work. Should work for now. So yeah, there's a bunch of new stuff that's within the game. For example, all these different animations. So there was an animation for the big sunshroom, but it's sleeping for some reason. Maybe it was planned to grow within the game, even though it's sleeping in daylight. So that would be interesting, but I don't see why that would be necessary for the game mainly. There's also an extended version of the Gravebuster where it has an extra bounce. So basically, just there's a few extra frames in there that the Gravebuster does not use within the game. It looks like it just repeats part of them to get those extra frames in. There's also a squash where its eye returns back to its idle position for some reason. This would be interesting if in the game there was a mechanic to not use the squash whenever a zombie dies from like a pea shooter or something. Like you just put the squash down. Like I've demonstrated this before. Like you've all seen, I think you've all one of the streams, you've all seen that I put a squash down like right at the end. It just squashes a zombie even though it's already dead from another projectile or another insta kill plant. Which that kind of does make me mad a bit since it basically just wastes your sun. So if there was a mechanic that would allow that, that would be really helpful. But does not happen in the game at all. An unused non-active version of Magnet Shroom's active idle animation named Anim non-active idle. So yeah, for some reason, there's this weird animation of the Magnet Shroom, even though it's active, it has its idle animation for some reason. Don't know how that would work, but all right. An extended there's also for same plant there's an extended Magnet Shroom stealing an object from a zombie animation where basically just but in the final but for some reason those frames are not exist in the game. And for the zombies, oh boy, I'd like to tell you about this guy. I didn't show that. I forgot to show this off in the previous stream, but in the prototype, there I'm pretty sure some of you who are in the chat right now, who are watching the stream, I'm pretty sure like at least one of you knows that the disco zombie or a dancing zombie as it's called in the game. I call it disco zombie because it's called that after the first game. It used to look like Michael Jackson or bear a striking resemblance to him, which yeah, it did. It's based off the Thriller. It's based off the Thriller music video that he had, which Michael Jackson looked like a zombie in there. There was some scenes in there where he looked like a zombie, which yeah, I can that this fits for him in the game. Oh yeah, also animation of the dancing zombie exiting its pointing pose. So yeah, for some reason, I don't know. There's no like, its idle frame is just its idle animation. Whenever you're in the choosing seat screen, it's him going. It's his pose whenever he enters in the lawn. So yeah, I don't know what it was supposed to do there, but I don't know what the exiting and pointing pose would do, but it's interesting. There's also an animation of the snorkel zombie over its mouth in the Zombie Aquarium game, probably for eating the brain that you give it. So, but here's the thing: it would I don't think this is used because the zombie would just drown. Actually, wait, no, because in the game it just goes. It opens its mouth, but it literally does not have any other animation to it. So it just its mouth is just automatically open whenever you feed it a brain. So yeah, I don't know why that's not used. I don't know why there's a bunch of animation that's not even used. And also, I should tell y'all that Plants vs Zombies uses Flash animation to get the animations to work. Based off Todd Semple's like animation stuff, and he was able to make all the make all the animations for the game work with Rich Warner's like art. With Rich Warner's art for the game, which Rich Warner, by the way, is the main artist for the game. There's a bunch of debug displays, but I don't think you guys are interested in that. So there's some patterns, which, by the way, patterns, I mean OpenMPT. So let's look at OpenMPT for a minute. Where did that go? Yes, I know there's an update available. Let me hide. Hang on. Okay, it should be fine. Hold on, let me hide it again. So I have all this. I have all the stuff extracted for BBZ1, which that even includes the music. Music uses music uses XM format with MO3 compression. So, which this means that this is a tracker module. Which originally the music was not tracker based. It was originally streamlined music that Laura made in a different software. I think it was called like Cakewalk or something. So then, whoever like I, I'm gonna say George Fan because he's the creator of the game. I think like George Fan just like said to Laura that she needs to somehow convert the music into trackers. So they just she I can imagine just her like tirelessly trying to remake the music into the tracker format with the different samples she used from Cakewalk. So like all these, for example, those are different music samples. So she used all those and put those as instruments, and then she used those within the tracker module. To which, as any tracker module, you'd probably find there is probably some unused samples or even entire patterns. Which, by the way, these little numbers at the top right here, these little where I'm going right now. These are little These are called patterns. Which there is unused patterns in the game. Here's the thing about this. Listen to the next one. So there is an unused part of Watery Graves because the Watery Graves part loops at offset 116, which would be at, let me look, 116. Where's 116? 116. So it's specifically Yeah, it's right here. This is where the... That's not... Dude. Offset 116. Okay, you guys are lying. Hang on. Wait, 116. Yeah, okay, this is where it was. So this is offset 117. I thought I was talking about pattern 117, but no, it's offset 117, which is position 117. So this is the unused part right here. So 117 to 11 to 117 to 120. 119, 120. And also it does not continue after this. Every pattern which is marked by 199 is a ending section. So usually it would end at 116. It would loop at 116, but not after that. So 117 to 120 is entirely unused for normal pool music. Which there is also a restored version right here, but it's cool, I guess. And as I was saying, streamlined music, it was originally planned for Plants vs. Zombies, but the only MP3 music in the phone mode is for the ending observer. The only MP3 music... Okay, that's not true. I know that's not true. That is automatically bullshit. This is not an MP3 file. This is an OGG file. For the final build, it's for the ending. As for every other track, uses sequence tracker music. I think they're talking about streamlined music, but here's the thing. Zombies on the Lawn in the game is an OGG file. It's not MP3. So that's one thing that they got wrong already. However, the game also has functions to play MP3 music during menus and levels, and you're supposed to loop and pause streamlined audio, which is not used in the ending not used in the ending in the Bloom and Doom 0.1.1.1 of 14 prototype. Which, by the way, there's no, as we saw in the previous video, there is no as you guys saw in the previous stream, there was no credits music. So yeah, the MP3 music support was used in that prototype that I played yesterday, but it was not used after that. Well, there was no MP3 files in the final game. However, there's only... What was it? There's only Zombies on the Lawn, which is an OGG file that was in the final game that was not tracker based because it has actual lyrics in it. Level 6. Okay, I showed you guys this yesterday. So yeah, this is the whole entire background for level 6. So I talked to Razor today. But literally as I was streaming, I was talking to him. I said that maybe there was a different direction for like where Plants vs. Zombies was going. Like maybe this is just a concept. Like sure, this can be a concept for a level 6. Maybe the game is gonna continue after level 5. But we don't have any clue yet. We're gonna have to just talk to George Fan about that because it looks like he made this background considering it looks... It's crudely drawn as this as the site would say later on once we get once we get further into the stream. Yeah, according to pre-release material, level 6 is going to be a Night Roof theme level. Although there is a Night Roof theme level in the game, there's only one sub-level 510, which is for the final boss of the game. Does not have entire levels. Does not have entire levels into it. In the December 8th? December 2nd, 2008 prototype, this level is present with more content left. However, it uses an elevated backyard theme from even earlier into earlier in development, as indicated by the crude background graphics, and indicating that they kept the level around so they could reuse it for the Night Roof before the idea was scrapped entirely. So there was planned to be a Night Roof theme, but it was just, I'm gonna say it was probably like too hard. I'm probably gonna say like Night Roof was like probably too hard for like casual players or something. So I think they just got rid of it entirely. So they ultimately used it for the boss, but they never used it again after that. After that. Also, yeah, that's another thing. These two backgrounds are made entirely separate for some reason, so that's even more strange. Visual difference, game of the year. I already talked about this, so here's some more info that I gathered from the from some more info I gathered from a presentation I saw. Well, not a presentation. It was like Q&A with Zach Scott and George Finn himself. So the old Disco Zombie design, when he looked like Michael Jackson, the backup dancers looked like the ones from Thriller. In late 2009, there was sent a cease and desist letter from Michael Jackson's estate because he died in that year. I think we all know that one. So they quickly had to change the design of the dancing zombie to make the game more copyright friendly. So I think they said that it was a one night thing. They literally changed it in one night, that's insane. The original adventure button. Some of you might remember this. So this is what it used to look like back then, before the Game of the Year edition. But in the Game of the Year edition, it looks like this. So yeah. Game of the Year edition, achievement systems, yeah, blah blah blah. Okay, this is something I did find. The internal name of the game is Lawn, just Lawn. It's based on the old icon of the game. It said winlawn.exe, so it's just Lawn. And then this is what I can say for myself. This project name is probably given to the game during when the game's name was changed to Long of the Dead, and its name remained that way for some time till version 0.96, where it's changed to Zomboni. Whether the internal name changed whether the internal name change during name revisions is unknown. However, earlier instances of the game may have used Insaniquarium's codename Fish, as seen in the present version of that game. So let me go into games for a second. Insaniquarium. So if you look right here, it says Insaniquarium as the actual game executable, but it says WinFish screensaver.exe right here as this. There is a screensaver for Insaniquarium, but that never happened for PvZ. However, that would be interesting if there was a screensaver for PvZ though. Bunch of command line parameters unknown. Alright, let's get into the pre-release info, because this is actually, let's look at the unused graphics first. Look at all this shit. So Uh, so there's an unused Gravebuster vine named Face Vine. Based on it, will likely appear on the Gravebuster's face. No shit. Did I upload this or not? I think I uploaded this. No, I didn't. Then there's also a stage. There's also a stage of degradation for the spikeweed. But here's the thing about spikeweed: it never degrades, unlike Spike Rock. If I was just say Gravebuster. If Spike Rock, fucking hell. So if Spikeweed gets run over by a catapult or a Zomboni, it just dies. So yeah, I don't know where the hell that would be used, but it's interesting. There's also an unused sprite for the Seashroom's eyes, which in the final game they're just part of the head sprite. There's two different sprites for blinking and being idle. There's also the original pumpkin design, which, by the way, this is the back part of it. You don't normally see it in the game because it's covered by the front of the pumpkin. It's also it looks slightly more round than the final game. There's an eyebrow for Starfruit. Here's the thing about Starfruit. It has eyebrows in the concept art. It's just for some reason Starfruit just never has eyebrows in the game for some reason. There's also unused eyelids for Coffee. There's also unused eyelid sprites for Coffee Bean as well. So I don't know. I don't recall. Well, I think Coffee Bean did have eyelids as well. There's also really early sprites for Gatling P as well, which it looks like is freaking pixel art turrets. It also has some sort of weird freaking camo helmet on, which is weird. I think I found this one. There's an unused exhaust for Cobkin. Nope, I thought I did. There's an unused exhaust for Cobkin, which who the hell knows where that could have been. Unused eyebrow sprite for Imitator. Imitator also had eyebrows. What is up with this game not having eyebrows for plants? It doesn't make sense. There's also an earlier damaged version of the zombie's flag, which we did see in the prototype, where it was damaged for one of the flag zombies. I forgot what he said. Anyway. An early version of the zombie sprite without the Z on it, zombie. There's also this weird helmet for the zombie bobsled team. I do not know. This is not even used in the prototype that I played yesterday. There's also there's a sprite for the Jack and the Bug zombie's eye twitching. This is using the Blue Moon prototype where the head sprite is different though. So it's using that prototype, which we did see, by the way. It's just that it's not. It's Jack and Bog Zombie is different in the final game. There's an unused belt for the Jack and Bog Zombie. There's a scared face for the Bungie Zombie, which perhaps it's meant to be used when it's bounced away by Umbrella Leaf, which that seems like a good explanation, honestly. This is what really intrigued me. There's helmets that look like they were supposed to be used with Gargantuars. Maybe it was meant to be used with a Giga Gargantuar because it has 1.5 times the health of a regular Gargantuar. Like maybe the helmet was on top of it, then it like gets thrown down, and then he throws the imp or something. But yeah, that would be really cool in the final game. There's also an unused variation of the art or the RV that Zombus throws, which is damaged. An earlier, more organic version of the Zombots, this is literally the Gargantuar's fucking leg. This is. I did find this in the Bloom and Doom prototype. Yeah, right here. This is literally the same graphic. Zombie boss leg. It's literally just an enlarged version of the Gargantuar leg. It's funny. Okay, this is interesting. So the files of the console edition's multiplayer, the versus mode specifically. For some reason, the target zombie. Yeah, for some reason, the target zombie is unused. Who knows how these graphics got in the game of the PC version? Perhaps the game was supposed to be updated in like 2011 or something, but we don't know what happened in 2011. EA bought PopCap, so everything was canceled after that, I would assume. So there's also a new zombie vase for Vasebreaker, which would produce zombies. They only came out as mystery vases in the final game. There is a similar one for Vasebreaker and PvZ2, which produces a Gargantuar. I think I put this here, if I remember correctly, because there is a purple vase with the Gargantuar's face on it, which produces a vase Gargantuar specifically. So yeah. There's also several different early buttons for the main menu as well. There's Vasebreaker, Survival, and Challenges. I said yesterday that Challenges is the early name for mini games, which honestly challenge mode seems a better name than mini games, honestly, because mini games just seems like a well, yeah, some of the mini games are fun, but some are not, like Bobsled Bonanza, for example. So yeah, survival. I think this survival button is here because it's in a different place from the main menu. I have a whole. Hang on, where's one second? Oh, I can just put it on the screen. Hang on. Not that one. It changes the image. Change the image. Give me a second. Yeah. Look at this. I assembled like the whole main menu for PvZ1. So yeah, this is the whole entire main menu for PvZ1. If you notice, you only get to see the middle part mostly, which is the which is just the regular main menu. But if you click on the Zombitar option, you're taken to the right part of the screen, which has that wall in there, which that wall was reused for the mobile version. Whenever you're selecting levels for PvZ, for well, anything really. Let me find that other one. Let me find that other one. Because I also assembled the main menu for mobile as well. Yeah, that's the main menu for the mobile version. Which, you look to the right, you can see that same wall there, but with a bunch of other little. What I'm gonna say like little statues, because those do not look like gravestones, honestly. I mean, they could be gravestones, but they look too like they're too intricate in design to look like gravestones. Thanks, motorcycle. Anyway, I do have a third menu as well assembled. Yeah, it was the current mobile version. I actually don't have everything filled in yet. So yeah, it uses like the old stuff from mobile. Good God. This is the current mobile main menu. It looks vastly different compared to the PC one. Oh, I didn't even address the left part of the screen yet. Hang on. So if you look at the left of the screen, you can see that there is a quick play section. I don't remember what quick play did in the final game, but if I remember correctly, actually there was a quick play on. Hang on, let me get to my iPad real quick. There is a quick play option from mobile. I just don't remember what it did. Oh, that audio has problems. Holy shit. Oh yeah, the audio has a bunch of problems ever since iOS 14 came around. No, I don't want to play a fucking bonus game. Yeah, I don't remember what quick play did. It's not present on the iPad version. I don't know what quick. Actually, I can probably just look it up. Hang on. The hell is quick play? I never got the. Quick play is a feature to. Is a feature unique to any mobile version of Plants vs Zombies. That's a lie. Oh, this article is about content that's no longer available. Allows the player to pick a level from any area, day, night, roof, pool, fog, roof, and bonus games. And to play by choosing a respective tombstone and then scrolling through each level organized by the type of zombie encountered. Oh, so basically. Oh, so basically it did function. Oh, so it functioned like the current mobile. It basically acts like the current mobile level selector for adventure mode, because if you didn't know adventure mode in the current version of the PC of the current version of the PC version, it just continues off the level that you were playing previously. So, and then if you add quick play to the equation, you can select a specific level. So, yeah, as a 2.4.0 update of Plants vs Zombies free, this game mode is removed due to the adventure mode being changed to the level selector. So basically, quick play is part of the game. Yeah, I can choose any of the levels. Anyway, we'll talk about the quick play menu in a little bit. because I believe it's in here. A store item named PVZ. Look at this. This look. Oh my god! I just realized. Like, look at this. Hold on. Zoom into that. Zoom into that. Zoom into that. That the freaking art of that. I even see the little fucking Bejeweled icon there for a second. Like, what is? There has to be a larger version of this. There has to be a much clearer version of this. And we just haven't seen it yet. There has to be a much clearer version of like of this little cover right here. Cause that looks cool, honestly. It looks really cool. I can't see it. You're showing me. Oh, my bad. My bad. Sorry. This is what I was talking about. This thing. This store item named PVZ. This was used in the free trial version. I believe this is not used because, you know, popcap.com does not work. Literally, popcap.com just redirects you. It's so sad. It's so sad. We just don't see their old one anymore. It's just all this. All they have to offer is just Plants vs Zombies and Bejeweled, which is really sad. Sure, they have the other games on Steam and Origin, but they don't. Well, Origin is gone. It's moved to EA Play. But it's just sad. They don't have much anymore to go with. They don't make any new IP anymore. They just make their success off PVZ and Bejeweled. Who knows when those franchises will die, but honestly, who knows when the franchises will die one day. Silver coin. Early version of the front lawn. The gates are in a different place. The gate. The fence shadow is different. That's one thing. There's also an early version of the diamond. I put this on here if I remember correctly. No, I didn't. What the fuck? Early version of the diamond. The diamond can be seen in the slots minigame, but the sprite individually is never seen. Okay, here's the nitty gritty. At least Bookworm still on Pogo. Yeah, for some reason they remastered that one. They remastered Bookworm, but they don't fucking remaster like their older games. The fuck? Like, you how many fucking look at this. They don't fucking remaster Bejeweled 2. Like, what? We have to I'm gonna tell you something. So, one of my friends, Slinky Coil, he is remastering PVZ 2. PVZ 2. No, not PVZ 2, dumbass. Bejeweled 2. To be in, first of all, it's gonna be in widescreen and it's gonna be in HD as well. Which, yeah, I've been helping on the project. I'll put like hold on. let me put the invite link. I would want to show off a screenshot, but he has freaking Neptunia background, so I'm just not gonna. Yeah, I know. I don't want to like get I don't want to receive a warning on YouTube, so I just don't want to. I'm not going to show them. But if you do want to join the server, I'll put an invite in the chat. I'm gonna make sure I type the freaking invite link correctly. Because we all know what happens if you type in Discord wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the invite link to the server. Yeah, that's the invite link to the server, so if you want to join that, you can. I mean, I don't really care. Just don't be an asshole to anyone. That's all pretty much I can say. Anyway, the nitty gritty of the of this. So all of this is drawn by George Fan, the creator of PvZ. So there's an early. All these are quote unquote crudely drawn, by the way. So, yeah. So there's an early version of the Lily Pad, early Tall Nut Doomshroom, even a Pea Shooter, Cabbage Pole, which we've pretty much. I think we already know what. This is gonna be seen later. You're gonna see this later. Squash, Walnut, Puff Shroom, Fume Shroom. Kind of cursed because they have a mouth on the. What do you call that? Their forehead? What do you call the mushroom cap? The forehead? Because usually their bodies are in like the stem. They're not in the. They're in the little stem right here, not the cap. Elongated cactus. There's even early memorize this. Memorize this later on. Memorize this. Memorize this watering can. Because you will see this later. Alright, this is what I was talking about. Always the play menu. So this is the quick play area I was talking about. So you can choose minigames, survival, or puzzles, which honestly, what would this doesn't make any sense considering you can already select them, so I don't know why the fuck you could access those. There's an unused shop within the there's an unused shop page which would have all the upgrade plants in one place, which honestly, why is that not a thing? There's also Inside Aquarium Deluxe leftovers that were from the Bloom and Doom prototype, so there's the battle tank button from Inside Aquarium. There's the checkbox. Seeing that get let me show you where these are. Let me show you where these buttons are specifically. So this is that checkbox right here. Oh, this cursor is shit. There's the breeder. Well, these are the alpha masks of the breeder. This is Vert, the skeleton fish. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Insane Aquarium stuff. But yeah, I said this yesterday. If you don't know, Insane Aquarium, PvZ was built off Insane Aquarium basically on everything. Obscured graphics. So the cattail wears a hat, and this is basically just his head. The umbrella's body without the leaves. There is some skin and crazy as like sprites that can be seen by normal means. It actually can be seen when Crazy is picked up by the Bungee zombie, but given the fact that it's only a few frames, it's very difficult to see this action. However, it's a very good attention to detail though. Oh yeah, the Zomboni also has a mullet under its driver's beanie. This can be seen in the concept art. And of course the Gatling P has a full head under its helmet. The Imitator is full body without the beret and the little arms it has. Okay, so this is interesting. So the Gargantuar's body sprites have a severed area around the head, which this would probably suggest that the head of the Gargantuar could fall off like regular zombies, but this never happens. It just goes and it just dies and it falls. So yeah. However, this idea returned in the sequel though. All the obscured parts of the Zombot. So this white area, this image needs to be replaced. Yeah, clean. Death animation. What? It's not death animation. But yeah. So this little white area over here is what we can normally see, but above is all the loaded graphics that are in the boss battle. These are all different parts of the anime. Oh, this is the this is what is seen when he's on the when his head is visible. This is when he's summoning Bungee zombies. This is when he's putting down a zombie. This is just the legs. So now, Limbo page. Let's go to the Limbo page because I showed that off yesterday. Sunny day, 50 sun, each burst. We know that. Unsodded. This screenshot, Jesus Christ! Look at this. It looks like chaos. Good God. I tried the cob can strategy. That worked. Big time a day minigame where walnuts and Gatling or walnuts and sunflowers are bigger. Oh Jesus Christ! I need to edit this. Holy shit! I see that the screenshots that I put down finally got replaced. Okay. Art challenge sunflower. I showed that one. Air raid. I showed that one. Ice level. I showed this one off too. I need to edit this image. Just bothering the shit out of me. This is the shit I deal with just day-to-day basis. There we go. Okay, there we go. So in the prototype that we saw, it's an empty levels and no zombies or no music. After some time, the game over sound plays along with the Tangled Kelp's floop sound. So this is also a leftover from the 0.93 build, a joke played on the beta testers. In a presentation video by James Gwartzman, the level featured background consisted of a stock image of glaciers, with 4 basic zombies and 1 Conan zombie. So I thought there was like 8 zombies, but no, it's just 5. Completely frozen in the middle. And the sound of wind blowing in the background. This will be later shelved into the limbo page section, but because most of the main game's data has since been removed, it appears as an empty daytime stage. For the time being, only a screenshot exists of the level in its original intended form. And also I added this in. Actually, I'm pretty sure I wrote all of this. I'm pretty sure I wrote all of this for the ice level. And also, as an unrelated note, an unrelated icy level theme ended up making the sequel as Frostbite Caves. So either they probably reused this concept or they just coincidentally went with an Ice Age stage for PvZ2 since it's based on time travel. Ended up being Frostbite Caves. High Gravity, this fucking minigame sucked. I hated it. Grave Danger, Can You Dig It, Dark Storm Night, Bungee Blitz. Intro, I did not get into this one. Clicking on it loads to the adventure mode. Clicking on it loads to the adventure mode intro, seen when booting the game for the first time. Hacking the game, you can find level 1-0. (1-0), hang on. 1-0. 1-0. The fuck is 1-0? You better okay. Wait, what happens if I... Is the intro in here? Oh yeah, we didn't get to this one because if you click on Zen Garden in this prototype, it just crashes the game. Oh, then there's also the survival endless levels, so yeah. It also appears that other survival endless levels besides Poor plan to appear as unknown one of these endless challenges when used. I'm gonna assume like it's probably because all the zombies cannot appear on that same level. I don't know though. Upsell, a Plants vs Zombies demo left over a screen showing Crazy Dave listing several reasons to purchase the full game that would later play after finishing level 3-4. I don't remember it. I don't remember going to that far. Jeez. Interestingly, the screen functions exactly like the demo version with no issues. Squirrelary. Showed that off. Unused text. I'm not sure this is going to be interesting since I haven't been here in a while. Dog walking zombie, dog zombie, propeller zombie. We've already seen these. Yeah, these seem boring. Yeah, those seem boring. Oh boy. Here's where it dives into the madness. Pre-release content. Look how much shit we found. We're gonna be here for a bit. Early names. So first there's Zombotany, which that got used for a minigame. Used to be one of the early names for Plants vs Zombies. Then hang on. Okay. There's Bloom and Doom, which we seen that one. We already seen that one. There's Lawn of the Dead, which I don't know. I don't know if I showed this one off or no. I don't know if I showed this one off or not, but another early name for the game. They stuck with this. They stuck with this name for quite a while, actually. Another early name. Actually, that's not an early name. Well, it's an early It's an early title screen, but not. It goes by the same name, but with an exclamation mark. But it's a really early title screen from 2008. Then there's also this one, which is even earlier. Back when it was called Insaniquarium, back when the freaking game was still internally referenced as Insaniquarium 1.0 for some reason. There's also these guys. Zombies and grass together at last. Insaniquarium. And then there's also Get Your Fill of Chlorophyll. I'd like to also say that this is the same font used for Angry Birds. Like to point that out. And there's even more names. Like, look at this. Look at this. There's so many. So we have Lawn of the Dead, Song of the Dead, Backyard of Darkness. 28 shrubs later. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at these names to find the funniest ones. Lawn Bee Genocide. Jesus. Get off my lawn. The fuck is Action of the Dead? Oh, wait. Look at this. Zomburbia. It looks like they reused that for Garden Warfare 2. Zombies versus plants. Plants versus zombies. Funny. Weeds. No, it's just like it. The Reaper. Feel the scream. Dead men don't grow. Zombies ate my garden. Trying to parody Zombies ate my neighbors. Caesar salad. The hell. Jesus lives. Dead and property tax. Gazebo of the Dam. Hey, that's not organic. Pray for Sun. Jesus. These names, dude. Hey, zombies, get off my lawn. It's funny. Bloomer Doom. Patriots Plant Simulator. Funny. You know, wiping in the background? That's my dad. So just. Yeah, there's no more funny names. Jesus Christ, that's loud. There's also some builds that were recognized. So the first build was called Wheelings from 2005. Well, 4 years before the game was released. Like, good lord. There's also the Inside Aquarium Deluxe version from July 26th of 2006. Then it became Lawn of the Dead. So 2007, July 13th, 2007. One of the Dead 0.92, Halloween 2007. One of the Dead 0.93, April 1st, 2008, which that was the April Fool's build. Then a whole 21 days later, there was another build after that. Hold on, I'll be right back. I got a cookie. Oh, I don't know how you caught that. I don't know how you caught that. I don't know how you caught that. I thought, okay, but yeah, sorry, I was talking quiet earlier. I was kind of, my dad was in the other room. And I'm kind of introverted for what I do in this house. So yeah. Anyway, so Zombotany 0.96. So this is this exact screenshot right here. September 5th, 2008. September 5th, 2008 over here. Build of the Dead. September 5th, 2008. And then the Bloom and Doom versions, Bloom and Doom company releases 0.1.1.1006. Unknown, probably October 20th, 2008. That's a really specific date. Then the Bloom and Doom beta 0.1.1.0.1014, which we do have this one, which is from December 2nd, 2008. Then there's this one, which is Hunter Zombies Beta 0.9.9.1029, just from February 17th, 2009, which is after this prototype directly. Anyway. Next, early gameplay media. So there's a bunch of stuff that's in here. There's this early pea shooter GIF. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. They're vibing. They're vibing. They're vibing. But yeah, there's a on the left. There's an early pea shooter animation that we see on George Fan's Twitter, which I follow him. Wait, Thornling. Thornling. I just caught that. Thornling. And yes, also I took this and I put it on this. I took this image, by the way, and put it into here. We'll see that later. But yeah. But this piece here on the left right here has a pea pod design, which makes sense considering peas are usually in pods. I think I put earlier. I think I did put that this later would become later a pea pod would come to the second game in PvZ 2. Choosing the artist. This is just weird. This one's just weird. So there's a bunch of artists that were choosing to try to create the graphics for the game. So I should remind you that the right over here, this is what George Fan made. This is initially what the original concept was. But then you have all these guys. You have artist 1. What is this? What in the fuck is this? Why is a sunflower just egregiously happy for no reason? And then the zombie is just like, ugh. What is that? What is that? And then second artist, they're just, how do I even describe this? What? Artist 3. So this is more like a faithful version of what they were of what George Fan's concept was like, but better, I guess. More of a faithful approach. And then there's artist 4, Rich Warner. I don't know why it's spelled Warner on here though. It's Rich Warner. So if you don't know, the marigold was actually supposed to be the original sunflower. And this is the zombie. Like, what? We're gonna see that guy. We're gonna see this guy later. And then this is the second. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Derpy. And then we got weird, more spiky sunflower. Then we have a more lighter pea shooter for some reason with repeater leaves. And then we got to the third one. This is still Rich Warner, by the way. And the third one, it looks almost like just like the games. Except the sunflower's mouth is kind of too big. And her eyes are too far apart. And then the pea shooter, still not there yet. It still has repeater leaves. These leaves would be used for the repeater, but yeah, zombie is more or less the same though as the final games. Ooh, this whole sheet. Actually, these two. So yeah, these are even more early versions of the plants. You know, wow. This is a treat. So we saw the picture already. Then there's a repeater, which has a singular leaf. And of course its eyes are angry. Then we have jalapeno, which is just more or less the same, but just looks kind of weird because there's less detail. Sunflower, mainly the same. Hypnoshroom, it's literally just a regular toadstool. Looks kind of angry too. Now, here's where stuff gets interesting. Cactus. You may look on the left and say, this is not cactus. What is this? This is a bee plant called the stinger. is a plant which would target balloon zombies and propeller zombies, as we would see in the prototype. I didn't get Stinger to work though because I don't know how to. But yeah, basically just Stinger was like early cactus. Then it became cactus. Walnut still the same. I mean, it looks the same. Snow pea mainly still the same, just doesn't have the little frozen shards on the head. Garlic, it looks better, honestly. It looks way better. Garlic just looks ugly on the not to disrespect this Rich Warner or something, but I like George's concept of the garlic way better because it looks cute. Look at it; it looks so cute. Then we got ugh, ugly. Cherry bomb, mainly the same. Cabbage pulp, mainly the same. Also, I don't know why it fumes from there. Probably because it mainly is aimed towards um screen door zombies or shield zombies, as we would see over here. This is the regular zombie. This is Conehead zombie. So you notice over here, Conehead zombie looks nothing like this guy. This is more like a helmet zombie from Dark Ages. But this was originally Conehead. Then Buckethead was originally this guy, which is just a more. This is a gold helmet zombie. And then you go on the third tier with the football zombie. It looks like some sort of gig. It looks some sort of like Giga zombie or something because it has red eyes. I'm pretty sure probably the Giga Garniture uses this later on after. Actually, now that I think about it, it would probably like reuse that helmet that was unused for it. Then we got Screen Door Zombie, which is, as I said, a shield zombie. Clearly a shield. Then we got Balloon Zombie, which is just, yeah, it's a propeller zombie. We've seen this guy already. Oh yeah, and we see the little bee projectile that was thrown by Stinger to target it, as pea shooters or other projectile based turret plants would not shoot this guy. It would not even shoot at all. I am working on like a fan game with some other people. I'm not like in charge of it or anything. I just work with them. But Lawn of the Dead server, Lawn of the Dead Discord, which I'm working on the art for the game currently to make it look as realistic as possible to the 2006 prototypes. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Look at this. What you are seeing right now is the earliest concept screenshot of Plants vs. Zombies known to date from 2005. If you notice in the corner, you can see a watering can, which is, in fact, that same graphic I told you to memorize. That same graphic I told you to memorize. So what you would do here is that you would literally grow plants, and they would shoot at the Aquarium Islands. That was basically it. That's basically what you do. That's all we know. Oh, we also do know that the yellow turnip plants are here. would give you coins, which is basically the early sun system, as everything is derived from this aquarium in this. Then in 2006, it becomes to look more like the actual game. Choose your seed, so you get the you get to pick multiple cards or copies of a singular plant as they only have one use. Think of it as like the conveyor level, but it's still like a normal level. Oh yeah, and these probabilities would be like when the plants would be selected to use. This level, I'll show you. I'll show you what. I'll show you these later. This screenshot, however, I'd like to show you guys this. So, Tangle Kelp used to be called Tangleweed, which it would basically act as a potato mine. If a zombie goes on it, it just dies. It would pull the zombie underground, basically. 2007, another Lawns Dead title screen, but dated from July 13th, before the Halloween build. A build dated from October 2007 based on the build's window title. So basically, this is early 1-2. Here's the interesting thing about this. Sunflower costs 100 sun. And also, for some reason, it looks like you get 200 sun for this level. And the lawnmowers have a more conventional design. Then there's this one. Walnut still costs 50. Cherry bomb still costs 50. Oh yeah, and the wave meter is using early graphics. Level progress. Look at that. Weird. Anyway. This one. Potato Mine is absolutely huge. Look at that. Look how fucking big he looks. Look in the what fucking earth is this? Wait, Potato Mine is not supposed to look this big in the game. It's supposed to be like half of the size. Oh yeah, and it costs 50 sun as well. I just forgot about that. Costs 50 sun to fucking use. Crazy. Oh, and this is also 1-5 as well. Which, if you notice, 1-5 is supposed to be the Walnut Bowling minigame. Which this clearly is not. It's a regular level. There's also a night level. I don't know which one it is, though. Because it doesn't even say. It looks like this is from Windows XP based on the little window border. And also the early graphics of the bank, or the money bank, is shown. Yeah. What? I just exited out of the page. Now let's go onto the roof, as there's no pool screenshots from 2007. I can tell you this is from 2007 though, because of the lawnmowers, and some of the graphics are different. Like Tangle Kill, for example, it's not supposed to have the little water reflection. It's not supposed to have the water. The I don't know how to call it. And then look at Melon Pulp. What is this? What what is this? What is this? What is what is this? It also costs 250 sun as well. Three Peter only costs 300 sun. Like honestly, they should have kept it at 300 because that was fixed in PvZ 2. Don't understand why they just kept it at 300. I don't know where the hell did that 25 extra sun come from? Tanmine still costs 50. Blover costs 150 sun for some reason. Ice Shroom costs 100 sun. It says Sunflower again. That was 2008. I can tell you this is from 2008 because 0.94 is a build from 2008. Right there. Early slot machine. So this is a clean screenshot of the slot machine minigame. Well, not like entirely, it's just a portion of it. The slot machine handle is here though. Still gives you all three plants though. Some of the mushrooms. Hang on, let me stretch. Ugh. Some of the mushrooms can be sleeping near the pool. They have an early sleeping icon. There's even an early version of Magnet Shroom as well, which looks really weird. Early version of the Dr. Zomboss battle. So you can see it's not using like the final roof background. It's actually using like a hue and contrast changed daytime roof to have the colors of the night roof. As I don't think the night roof graphic was done yet. Early main menu looks like there's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch like garble. There's a bunch of garble that someone typed in here, and I fixed some of it. I'll just summarize it. So there's basically they extended the window to, I don't know why they showed all this stuff. I don't know where this even comes from, but this is an early main menu. As you can see with the gravestone, it's hue shifted. It's not gray and blue. It's more of a more ceramic design. One of these flowers is not wilted as it's supposed to be. There's a tipped over vase right here, which can be seen in another prototype that we have, but I just didn't show it. There's survival, which is supposed to be like right here. Mini games is supposed to be right here, and then there's Zen Garden, which that later became Vase Breaker, which became puzzle mode. Then that became right here. So they had a whole thing with the buttons. They had to fuck around with them. There's another one, but as I said, some of the buttons were changed. Zen Garden turned to Vase Breaker, for example. The Zen Garden probably became the watering can. It's like right here. Challenges, survival and challenges are still the same though. It's just that they're using the modern buttons, the main grave shape. Pre-game of the year screenshot. So this is before the game of the year build. So this is the early game of the year achievement screen. This can be actually seen in the fucking game for some reason. Hang on. Well not inside. Not inside the game. But let me just hide the screen. Really? Another truck? Really? Yeah, here it is. So I'm looking around the files. Some of the screenshots are here. There's also this one, main menu as well. I mean, shows the build date. It's a different build. It's like two builds after this one. Zomatar layout. Achievements. Same screenshot. Literally the same screenshot. But for some reason one has more file size than the other. Don't know why. But yeah, they both feature different achievement layouts. I just don't know like which one specifically. I don't pay attention to the achievements area. Showed this one. This is interesting. So this shows off the early lawnmower system. So a zombie would go on these little caution lines, and the whole row would just get annihilated. And there appears to be two different caution lines, so there's like two different lawnmowers, basically. Now, I showed this off yesterday, but I only showed one half of it. I'm just gonna let James do the work for me. I'm not even gonna say anything.
See that icon? Who can recognize that icon? Anyone? That's Insane Aquarium icon. And in fact, the game, you can notice the prototype still says Insane Aquarium at the top. So in this early version, the game mechanic is that you actually have to pick cards and put them in your deck. Like this. And once you pick your cards, it will randomly choose cards for you to play based on these probabilities. So for example, we play. And it's going to pick cards for me randomly. So I have to wait for cards to appear. is not fun either. Now why is this not fun? Because it's too random. Right now, I want to plant another plant here, but I can't because I'm waiting for cards. Now you get the idea. So this is an early prototype. Actually now show you some more prototypes of
Pause that right there. So the rest of that half just shows the ice level, which I already seen yesterday. So that was a lot to unpack there. So I'll just debrief it. So for the main menu screen, it shows a stock image, a generic background of stock image of zombies, which I've been trying to find, but I just can't find it. Which this was also seen again in George Fan's presentation. Like, it's literally right here. I don't know where that image comes from, though.
Whether you start with the mechanic or the theme, you should be constantly looking to have one influence the other. Once I knew my game was about zombies, I used that to come up with even more game mechanics. And at the end of
I've been trying to look for that image, but I don't know where he took it from, so just, yeah. Then there's also the music that was in the background that I did use for the first Plants vs. Zombies stream that I did on my channel like a few weeks back. And then the choose your seed screen is using this background. To which, if you also notice, it's also this specific screen. This is the screen y'all saw. But then also in that choose your seed screen, there's also early descriptions, and there's even an early name for one plant. So you have to choose multiple copies of a same packet if you... Well, yeah, you would have to choose multiple copies of the same packet. They only have one use. It would randomly choose packets. Tangle Kelp had an early name Tangleweed, which I said I would get back to this. So Tangle Kelp basically acted as a potato mine. But I'd also like to tell you this. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. I was gonna say 2 for a second. Actually, wait, let me... So, there's a chomper ability in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare called Spiky Spikeweed. Look at the Look at the Tangleweed. For 1 second. So, do you have the general idea of what it looks like? Basically, yeah, it's the same thing as Tangle Kelp, but as basically a spike weed. But then, you look in Garden Warfare for the Chompert ability. It's using a similar fucking design. They probably reused this from this prototype, and then they reused it in a modern game. Like, that is such a neat reuse of an old graphic. Anyway, they have the plants have like old entries. So Feature shoots at the enemy. Sunflower gives you additional sun. Snow Pea shoots frozen peas to slow the enemy down. Tangleweed grabs a zombie and pulls it underground. So this is semi not used in the final game. So Tangle Kelp would, in the final game, it would grab a zombie and pull it under the pool. Oh yeah, and also zombies are organized one by one. Jesus Christ, I'm an oldie when it comes to YouTube. I just press the space bar to fucking pause a video. And pause it. So old. If you do realize, there is a bunch of different waves for this one level. But that's because zombies are organized one by one per wave.
No, wait, this is not fun either. Now, why is this not fun? Because it's too random.
Wave 3.
Right now, I let a plant.
It's another zombie. So yeah, it's just one by one per zombie. And also the zombies are actually random as well. And they're not predetermined like in the final game. Oh, there's also I forgot to show this off.
You're building a game like Plants vs Zombies is have fun. We're a big believer in having fun. And one of my favorite jokes from the making of PvZ was actually.
So, this is possibly every single prototype directory for the game. Do you see? You see all this shit? You see? Do you see all that? Hang on. Let me just paste this to Discord real quick so I can show you up close. Look at all this. So we got no name, no name, lawn something, no name, Lawn of the Dead, Lawn of the Dead, Lawn of the Dead, Lawn of the Dead. I told you they stuck with his name for a bit. Then there's Zombotany, Bloom and Doom, Plants vs Zombies, TVZ something, don't know. Something. There's another lawn demo thing. Don't know. But anyway. I actually probably would not say that's like all. I would not say that's probably all the prototype directories, even though I wrote that down. Possibly all against prototype directories. I wrote that down, but I don't think it is anymore since we did find there is more. ice level, blah blah blah. And then here's the one I talked about earlier. There's a discussion with Zach Scott. I called him long renowned PvZ2 enthusiast because he's literally fucking played the game since the beginning. He still makes episodes to this day. He's never gonna stop. But he interviewed George Fan when PvZ turned 10, and then George Fan still found part of his notes, and then he found out there is some Gargantuar Polish
What is up, guys?
alternatives to like what the Gargantuar holds. So there's 3 different things the Gargantuar holds in the final game. There is first of all, there's the pole. Then there's an Xing sign, and then there's literally a regular regular zombie. But then there's 2 more. There's gonna be a leash with a chihuahua tied to it. And a Gargantuar holding a phone booth with a person still inside. 48.
Here's a little special tidbit for your listeners, all right?
Ooh,
So,
perfect.
right, as we know, there are 3 things that Gargantuar can hold. There are 2 things that I found in my notes that we considered also adding, but we didn't. The first one is I wrote down, like, I don't know what this exactly means. I wrote down a leash with a chihuahua tied to it, or something like that. Okay, so I guess I'm a little sad we didn't do that, but it's also kind of like, what did I mean when I wrote this? And then the other one was a phone booth with the person still inside. So I think, right.
That would have been a humorous sight.
So yeah, right. And for all those reasons, that is why the Gargantuar is my favorite. Gargantuar is great.
Awesome. The tidbits are good. Maybe like the wiki will get updated or something, and the source
Yes.
will be my video.
Yes,
or something.
right. The source will be you. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Which, yes, I did, Zach. Yes, I fucking did. Well, not the exact PvZ wiki, but this is another wiki nonetheless. Which, yeah, again, instant zombie sign removal. We know that. Oh boy, we're gonna be here all day with this. Concept art. Oh my god, there's so much. There only used to be like a few pieces of art over here. There was only like, it only went to like up to here. It only went to up to like 7 images before. I found so much, like, good lord. So first off, this is explain. These are high quality, like, Jesus Christ. Like, good god. First of all, George has like chicken scratch writing, so I'm basically not gonna like get all this like noted off. So this is basically just explaining all the mechanics of the game. So this is a conveyor belt. This is literally a conveyor belt. It says the seed packets would push off when I would think when the conveyor belt was full, so like this would fall off whenever. Then there's like there's a 7x5 lawn layout, which I believe that's within the final game. One, two, three, five. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't even count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it's 9. Used to be. Yeah, it used to be 7. starts out as, This was the sun producer. No tossing, too annoying. So this is just the coin. Aliens only attack with plants in them. Oh, rows with plants in them. This is interesting. 2 players send the alien down. Only right side is revealed. I'm telling you, I can barely fucking read this. Jesus. Weedlings. I know this is saying Weedlings because that's one of the prototype names for some reason. Mana. That just makes me think Terraria. I don't know why. Projectile blocker. Oh god, what the fuck was that? Blockers, slowers, entanglers. Big blockers. Waterers. I don't know what the hell that means. 2x1, 1x2. Alien. Bomb trap. Cherry bomb. Tailmine. 1x2 trap. So I'm thinking maybe it was supposed to be like 2 different things within 2 different lanes or 2 different columns. I don't know. Power enhancer. That just makes me think of the mints from PvZ2, which they would increase the plant's damage and powers. Anti-flyer, basically blowover. Burst of money, so that makes me think of the gold bloom from PvZ2. Fertilizer makes eat seed packets. I don't know what the hell that means. Alien, I don't know what the, supposed to like reminder, remaining, I don't know. Alien type, jumpy aliens, normal flying, fire, or water. Double jumper. Harvest sun equals mana. Sun drizzles down. Sunflower. I'm guessing this is the other pea shooter, which I'm probably going to assume it's the red tomato that we saw from the 2005 prototype. This is like some sort of commando potato based on another piece of concept art. But this is the zombie. Like, they were considering aliens for the game, but this is just the zombie. Maybe the zombie was an alien, like disguised as a human or something. I have no clue. Zombie as an alien. Fucking weird. This, okay. This, okay, I don't know if you guys know. PvZ was going to be an Insane Aquarium sequel at once for the DS, where aliens would come down from the top screen to the bottom screen, which the bottom screen would be the fish tank. Which this is concept art for aliens. Where we got Sylvester, we got Psycho Squid, but he's in some sort of fucking tank, like, good lord. We got some sort of mole rabbit thing. Spike, it looks like some sort of fucking... To me, it looks like some sort of fucking angry Chuzzle or something, I don't know. Drone, Locust, Dark Bat. That looks cool as an enemy. A mole. I'm gonna show you guys something later if I have the, I'm gonna show you some things later if I have the permission to. Concept art, more monsters, more aliens, locusts, and then this fucking weird thing, I don't know what the hell this is, looks like a fucking Uriops or something. You know what Uriops looks like? Ariops megacephalus. Let me look at this. Yeah, this this is what it looks like. this fucking alien right here. That's what it reminds me of. It looks like a fucking Ariops. It looks like this guy. Which this was a real thing, by the way. It's one of Earth's earliest land mammals, amphibians. And this just looks like some sort of Capricorn or something. Don't know what the hell that is though. Goat Capricorn thing. And then, oh, here comes all the other plants. I can't find a higher quality screenshot for this one, so you're just gonna have to look at this with. Probably got to squint at this. Don't know. Oh, I did find another screenshot. Oh, for this left side, we'll actually ignore this for now since I did find a higher quality screenshot for this. But this area, though, this is notice. You can see this easily. So there's some sort of hypnoflower. Now, if you don't know, I don't know what this could be, but it's some sort of early sunflower. But then there's this guy. I don't know what the hell this is. Probably early dandelion. Carrot, which looks like a jalapeno. Maybe early chomper. It's a little gesture looking fucking plant. Don't know what it is. There's that commando potato again. More fly traps. I don't know what the hell this is. Another flower. Now, the sunflower thing. Does it not have a fucking page? I swear. Anyway, but yeah, it looks like this was this looks like this like hypno flower was like reused for Garden Warfare 2 as the mega hypno flower. Early P-share designs. I don't really need to explain anything. These just look cursed. Sunflower, early single kelp, tangler, the thornling. Here's another interesting page. So there's some sort of evergreen tree. There's a secret agent corn, which it looks like that name was reused for Garden Warfare 2 as well. Why the fuck is everything reused in Garden Warfare? Broccoli plant. There's a fucking. I don't know what the hell this could be. I assume this is like some sort of mask or something. A tree which would sneeze as an attack. The pumpkin. I have no clue what the fuck this is. It looks like some sort of potted plant. If anyone could recognize what the hell this could be, please tell me. Happy tomato. Some happy squash or gourd, I assume. Then there's a grumpy pumpkin. Non-carved. And then there's fucking even more plants. This one couldn't find a higher quality version as well. Strawberry, cherry bomb. Strawberry with glasses. Turnip. To me, this looks like holly barrier from PvZ 2. More peas, banana. More peas again. Jalapeno. Another jalapeno. Even more plants. Like, good lord, never ends. More concept art. There's some sort of happy potato, a peanut. It looked like they based this design off Mr. Peanut. A carrot with a rock out pose, a hypno shroom or doom shroom. It's ambiguous, cannot tell. Another potato but scrawled out. Celery stalk. Another potato, I assume. Some sort of gourd. Another celery stalk. A more traditional looking walnut. More mushrooms. Another potato, but it has the fucking face of a walnut and the onion. Oh my god, it never ends. Another onion, garlic, tomato, eggplant, another tomato, spearmint, frost, iceberg lettuce, which, by the way, that should probably interest you since this is supposed to be PVZ1 concept art, not PVZ2. Snow pea, winter melon. More plants. Good God. This is that left side I was talking about. Cherry bomb, a singular cherry. Small apples, I assume that's what it said. Okay, this is interesting. Protecting garlic. Or no, wait. That does not say protecting. I looked away for a second. This says disgusting garlic, which... How can you be disgusted by this face, honestly? I know to zombies it's disgusting, but... Look at it. Diverting potato, temporary or wall, which has the face of a walnut. These dandelions have some sort of speed boost. Don't know what that could be. A pumpkin with lots of HP. It's sad. Clover. Spins but slows down flying. Or... I can't even read that. I can't even fucking read that. So it would just slow down flying zombies. This clover. But then there's also a blover, guster, wind clover, blower, which this just blows away the flying zombies. Jalapeno, but it's directly planted. This would be really weird. Napalm. Here's another thing about this. Where's the... It says napalm pepper. There's also a cabbage pulp. It looks angry. Flytrap. I bet this would probably be reused for Chomper. 3-peter with an actual number 3. Mind control mushroom. This is a hypnoshroom. Carrot needle. Don't know what that could be. Oh, we're done with all that early concept art. Okay. Look at this guy. Early Zombot. It's more of a Frankenstein monsterish Gargantuar. Which honestly that would explain why it has like these weird tubes on it. Oh yeah, and Zomboss is controlled by another Zomboss. Inception. And then here's where all the other Rich Warner stuff comes in. Early concept art for a Chomper. It looks pretty much the same, but it still has a bunch of features that need to be hollowed out before it became the actual Chomper that we all know. Then there's Potato Mine, which is just a literal grown potato. Looks kind of creepy, honestly. more concept art for plants. Okay. So the differences here are the pea shooter actually has the leaves of a repeater. The coffee bean has wings. Colonel Polk does not have a bucket to shoot his corn, and no eyebrows as well. Cactus is using its elongated form. Garlic has eyebrows. That's mainly it. Oh, Starfruit has eyebrows too. Next. Chomper mainly has a different design as it has a bigger chin. There's a different Seashore design that has two designs for some reason. Don't know why. One right here and there's one right here. Don't know what that. Honestly, don't know why there's two. Don't know why I drew two. Another magnet shroom, which just. Ugh, that looks weird. Look at this thing. Look at that fucking thing. Look. The buck teeth looking motherfucker. Oh yeah, then there's Split Pea, which is just. Oh god, like what is that Split Pea? It has like a little butt. It's. Ugh, on the repeater side, it looks like it has regular eyes and it has a fucking suit, and then just none in this one. Like what? It's like it's some sort of deformed twin or something. Like good lord. Imitator has eyebrows. Tallnut has like fucking. Tallnut has red eyes and it has black eyes too. Like it has little black eyes on the under. And then, if you notice, there's this plant which does not look recognizable at all. It looks completely new. We do have the name of it. It's called a stinger plant, which it would fire fire bees at flying zombies. Now to the zombie side. Mainly these guys are the same except for Jack in the Box zombie. Before it had a Jack in the Box, it was like a mental asylum escapee. Like good lord. It looked like it just came crawling out of a cell. This is the Zomboni driver, which again it has a mullet under its head. Next, here's where all the different designs come in. None of these look recognizable. So there is this what I assume to be a female zombie is which she has like a cluster of bandages on her head and looks some blood. So the PvZ wiki says that this is supposed to be like a hospital gown, but I'm not too sure about that. I mean, it could be considering she has fucking bandages over her head, but yeah. The wiki, some say this zombie right here, the one I'm talking about, became the jousting zombie, not the jousting zombie, the pole vaulting zombie. This looks like a design for the Jack in the Box zombie, like 1920s style zombie thing. Now this is the Buckethead zombie. Some used to say that the little paint splotches on the bucket used to be blood, but it's not. It was just a painter all this time. There's a hooded zombie looks nothing too different. It just looks like a normal conventional zombie. This looks like some sort of tank-like imp. Tank as in meaning like the Left 4 Dead zombie. Literally looks like a fucking tank from Left 4 Dead. Maybe it's an early Gargantuar. Don't know. But then, speaking of Gargantuar, there's this guy, which he's holding a fucking telephone pole. Or electric pole. He's buff as hell compared to Gargantuar, which is both overweight and buff for some reason. It's not... I feel like this guy would talk like, hey guys, I just went to the gym. I don't know why I gave it that voice, but that's what I think it would sound like to me. All these guys, okay, so there's another Jack in the Box zombie, but the actual Jack in the Box is there, which it gave it the clown aesthetic, which yeah, that makes sense, honestly. There's the backup dancer that was from the Michael Jackson Thriller video. Then there's the dog zombie, which I think I talked about this yesterday. Yeah, I said it did have a design. It's just that it never came to the game. Which, yeah, this is the design I'm talking about. It looks really good. It was in the game's code for a while. It just never became used. Until PvZ3, that is, and became a thing again, but different design. Shame. Then I said there's this some sort of mother type zombie. I don't know what she could have done, but yeah. Then there's this guy. What do I say about this guy? So he has a weird ass head, a little cap on, a spiked collar with a little some sort of bell on it, muscular arms, big ass hands, short ass legs, big feet, and is wearing only underwear. Like, like what? Maybe this is supposed to be like some sort of early Gargantuar design. No clue. But this guy is just weird. Just, what is that? And then here's the bobsled team. We're not done yet. Okay, here's where shit gets interesting. So ignoring the top for a second, we'll get to that later. There's this guy, which this became the Conehead zombie, which explain why it has a cone on its head, because it was a freaking construction. It was a railroad worker. What? Yeah, construction worker type of guy, which explains why he's wearing a cone on its head. Or some sort of some sort of road worker. That's what I was thinking of. There's this guy, which is just what do I say about this guy? He's wearing a fucking leather jacket. twisting himself away from peas from pea shooter. Yeah, I have to question: is this why? Nah, forget that. Oh, there's another Gargantuar design, possibly. Which doesn't even look finished. Looks like the hands were gonna get there, but it just didn't become there. And then there's... Oh boy. Oh boy. Here's where all the dark stuff comes in. Zombie kids. Zombie children. Now you could probably argue that there's that in Minecraft there's also zombie kids as well, but are they really? Actually, yeah, they probably are. But yeah, I see why they scrapped those designs. I see why they scrapped them in term for the imp. Oh yeah, I was gonna click away. We haven't talked about this guy yet. Well, we have, but we haven't fully talked about it. So this is probably the earliest design for Rich Warner's interpretation of a zombie. I don't know if it was you. I don't know if it's just me. But if I saw this as a kid, if I saw this in the game as a kid, if I was like 7 years old, I would probably be scared, honestly. Look, just look at it. It's extremely bony in design. Like, it barely has any weight to it. It looks extremely underweight. It's hunched over. It has a bunch of crooked teeth. Its clothes are more ripped than the final games. It has a black tie. Like, come on now. This looks creepy for a PopCap game. Now, I could argue there's much creepier. I've seen much creepier when it comes to PopCap stuff like this. If any of you have seen Garden Warfare 1's concept art, oh my god, it is just a fucking fever dream. Like, some of it is just creepy. I'm not even joking. Then there's this zombie, which just, it looks like it says it's just so derpy in design. Then we got this guy, which, oh yeah, by the way, this guy's tie is different. It's more visibly stripy. Then there's this guy, which just, his lip seems to be a bit torn off. I see why they changed that. Oh, so he has an extra tooth as well, right there. But yeah, I see why they did not go with this design, because the mouth is kind of torn off. But then some of the concept art seen there, some of the concept that was seen was actually probably used in some prototypes. So as you can see, there's the regular zombie, there's the conehead zombie, there's the bucket zombie. Yeah, I'm actually gonna guess that this is probably the pole vaulting zombie. Gargantuar, and this is the bungee zombie. So as you can see, this looks like they're in sprite form for prototypes, but I'd like to talk about the Bungie zombie for a second, because this is just creepy. Like, this is even more... Like, this is even more darker in concept. I'm looking at this. He doesn't have a shirt on. But if you can see by his... under his torso... His fucking rib cage is exposed, and so is his fucking intestines. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, Rich Warner, what were you thinking when you made this? Good God. Like, sure, it's not that bad, you can argue, but that's so fucking disturbing for a goddamn concept art for a fucking PopCap game. Imagine how dark, imagine how fucking, like, different PvZ was back then. It's just crazy. I'm pretty much, I think you guys have pretty much seen all these, or heard all these. You've heard this one, you've heard this one. Actually, no, you haven't. That was the Choose Your Seeds from the earlier prototypes. This is the original, basically. They sound nearly identical. The instruments of the first version are also deeper. They sound nearly fucking identical. I'm not sure if y'all have heard this one before. Don't know. Okay, I'm not. Grasswalk is extremely fucking long. Yeah, I'm not going 2 minutes on this. You've heard this one, No, we haven't. Not this one. Heard this one. Not the fast version though. I don't think y'all have heard that one. But yeah, about half of these I think you've all heard because I've used them in the start of my PvZ streams. But there is this one I'd like to play though. Oh yeah. So this was intended for Zomboss. Feels pretty much different. So yeah, this was the whole page. Okay. Told you it'd be there for a while. But now we're going to the prototype stuff. Woo! Ugh. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into all these honestly. Yeah, there's that sound which is unused. I found that in the files. Oh, here's that Jack in the Box zombie I was talking about in the previous stream. That eye twitches a little bit. If you just caught that compared to the final game, which is just crazy. Zombies Ate Your Brains graphic is different. And yeah, Grasswalk is different again. For some reason, they don't have the normal one. They don't have the normal one. Of course, most of the music is different again. But then there's that track I played from the presentation. Help screen. Okay. So this one, I didn't show this off. The zombies ate the help section. Check back later. So George Fan said that there was no like help section for a while because he would teach the player through the adventure mode. So there would be no reason for a help section. Unlike all the other Popcare games like Bejeweled Twist, for example, that has a pretty understandable help section. Which is also why the help button does not exist in the menus. Only in the main menu it does. Oh yeah, in the minigame section, they actually have like a little trophy icon instead of having a little badge at the top. They just have the trophy on top of the minigame. Oh yeah, walnut bowling be gold or swapped. I don't know who I don't know who put this here, but what I, I I don't know who did this. I don't know who the hell did this. Yeah, the Sims needs replaced. No shit. Like, who took this screenshot? Who took this? Yeah, I showed off this credit screen. Here's the zombies, by the way. Dog walker zombie, dog zombie, propeller zombie. Iceberg lettuce. Now I know you want. I know you. What might you be thinking? This ain't the one from PvZ2. Well, yeah, it's not. This was supposed to be for PvZ1. Iceberg lettuce does not function exactly like how it does in PvZ2. In fact, it was going to be a ice version of the cabbage pole. Yeah, like, not to be confused with the other plant of the same name with the game's sequel. This plant works similar to cabbage pole, possibly an upgrade at some point in development. This is probably an ice version of it. I'm guessing it was kind of redundant to have two different ice plants that basically do the same thing, but one is way better, so they just scrapped this plant. I'm just gonna guess it was like a hue shifted version of this, the cabbage pole. It's unknown if this is an older version of the Iceberg list. In fact, yes, it is, because in that 2005 screenshot, it's showing that exact same catapult, which is for cabbage pole, actually. But it seems like they do them being stored in the same file. Stinger. I talked about this guy already. This guy has a... So you all saw this guy already. What was that? You already saw this guy. This guy had like a little stand to be on. I'm guessing this is probably like the shooting animation. I'm probably gonna guess this is like the shooting animation for a bee. Did I just really click out of that window? Time stopper. Yeah, this will stop time temporarily for a maximum of 3 seconds, and while frozen will rapidly reload every seed packet in the inventory. Only enough this plant reads the same image file as the duplicator for its experience. Then the duplicator. So I'm gonna guess this little question mark icon thing. It's supposed to be just a random plant. When planted, this plant spawns a seed pack on top of that switches constantly. These seeds can be planted. I'm questioning, like, how the fuck would this work? Specifically. Cherry Hover Bomb. So, sunk cost is 175 for some reason. Recharge speed is very slow. Built up a bomb that can be planted on top of other plants. This would, in the final game, cherry bomb can only be planted on the specific spot. But I'm guessing the earlier prototype, you could just plant it on top of other plants, which that seems incredibly broken. Level differences. I almost looked at this for a second. Of course, I have no viewers. Everyone does not want to know about this. No one does. This, yeah. In that one. Unused graphics. There's still a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. So we got stone spikeweed. Probably early spike rock. Gold shovel. Probably a scraps upgrade for the shovel. Similarly to others, seems to be crudely drawn. This could have worked identically. A golden watery can present. Yeah, about that. We'll get to it in a minute. On the final version of the game, removing plants in a 3x3 tile space. 3x3. I thought it was a 2x2 area. Then there's also a golden phonograph. A seemingly scrapped upgrade for the phonograph. It looks done. Its visuals seem to be completed and ready. This could have worked identically to the golden water you can present in the phone versions, making the Zen Garden plants happy in a 3x3 tile space. I think they meant 2x2 because the golden water can only water 2x2 areas. Golden fertilizer, again, this probably did the same thing, but with growing plants in a 2x2 space. Early Choose Your Scenes background. This is literally it. Earlier Choose Your Scenes background. This. We've already seen that. Test pattern. Just test. Rocks. Don't know what these could be. Placed on a whole line. Miscellaneous items. Some small crudely drawn assets. So there's a dead turnip, which we've actually seen that one. It appears when the plant dies from that 2006 prototype. Zombie head and Narm. Early zombie head wave marker. The diamond that's seen in the, which can be found unused in the final game. Not particularly unused though, as it is used in the slot machine minigame, but it's just not by itself. It's not seen by itself as a graphic. A pearl, possibly a cut currency item, place order from the aquarium level. Yeah. Another zombie arm. 2 early coins. They don't seem that different to you, but I can tell you they are different. And then there's also 2 early wave marker flags. seed upgrade interface. This is interesting. There's not even text for this one. Trying to think. Perhaps this could be like, maybe you could put like a seed packet in this or something. Like what? Where would this? I don't know. Test animation. Guidelines use a reference to animate the PvZ characters. Early coins with a sun and a brain. It looks like the brain one was used in Garden Warfare, actually, I think. Well, I think it was used for some point in Garden Warfare, that's like this design, if I remember correctly. Slot machine sample. Already seen this one. Early fog level. A portion of the early fog level with different water texture and shallower water. Oh yeah, that looks insanely shallow. What the fuck? Early trophies. They look more detailed. Like, why did they not use these? Like, these are way more detailed. I like these better than these ones. Early Crazy Dave is just not animated. Danger Zone. I need to put this. I need to. Danger Zone. I need to change that. Blammo! Oh, blammo! Was seen in early previous videos would destroy all zombies in the lane had touched in Danger Zone seen above. I'll get to this in a little bit. This is interesting. Propeller, that's the individual propeller seen from the propeller zombie. Leaves, a couple of fall leaves. These look like stock images of leaves, honestly. A skull likely part of the early music and sound volume slider. Cobblestone, a dull brown square that is internally referred to as cobblestone. Gray lines, a black graphic gray lines are internally known as waveside. Also, wait, I know where this is used. This is used in Zombaquarium. This is used. I can assure you this is from Zombaquarium. I can assure you. Turn that music back up. I can assure you. Yeah, look. It's that same fucking graphic. It's the same graphic. But yeah, that's bullshit. It is used. Just that people probably didn't. I don't blame the people who found this though. I don't blame the people that found this thinking it was unused. I mean, they probably just didn't realize it was used, but not. It was unnoticeable. It was imperceptible in the game. More Zombot hands, some other versions of the Zombot's hands back when it looked more Latin natural. This is literally, again, these are literally just Gargantuar hands, but bigger for some reason. But they're bigger, but they look worse. It looks like they used freaking bicubic upscaling instead of nearest neighbor. Early sun, an earlier version of the sun in the middle. It looks more like a yellow sphere. Portals. These are extremely detailed. These are earlier versions of the portal seen in the mega game Portal Combat. looks so fucking detailed though. Like, look at this. Unused survival endless icons. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Icons for this four scrap survival endless levels, those being day, night, fog, and roof. These icons are for some reason not used in this version when viewing the limbo page. Somehow. I don't know if I put this here or not. No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, I did. I keep thinking I did something even though I didn't. Mushroom Garden Shadows, Speech Ball. I'm pretty sure this is from Sanquarium. Cobb Canyon Cobb's another. For some reason, there's two different ones. There's this one, which is just extremely blocky. Maybe it's supposed to be an actual like Cobb launching plant. Maybe it's supposed to be like some sort of actual Cobb projectile plant catapult. Cobb Canyon Reticle. Earlier, more three-dimensional version of the Cobb Canyon is Reticle. Balloon for the balloon zombie. More early lawnmowers. Early projectiles. So we have Cabbage Pulp, Pea Shooter, Snow Pea, Stinger, Melon Pulp, Theme Shroom or Puff Shroom, maybe Kernel Pulp or Cobb Cannon, some dirt, maybe Digging Zombie, Wintermelon, Iceberg Lettuce, Cactus, Starfruit. No idea what this one is. Maybe some sort of. I was thinking of a rock pea shooter. Like this was Garden Warfare 2 or something, but no, I don't think so. How would a rock shooting plant even work? I got no clue. Anyway. Basketballs for the catapult zombie. Some bags, which I believe the catapult zombie would also probably fire, I think, as it said here. Oh, probably meant to be the other ones launched by catapult zombie. Oh, there's some more kernels here and there's some butter. So yeah, it's more kernel bolt things. Cursors, these are the ones seen with that 2005 screenshot. Early coffee beans, so this one just has wings flying. Early blover. Looks like it would get dizzy. Early Crazy Dave Shop. Ladder for ladders on me. Some weird purple cloud. Sleeping bubble. Sprouts. Door. User picture, but it hasn't really sunflower. User picture though, that seems interesting. Maybe for one profile you could have a different user picture like it was Slingo Supreme or something. Really zombies. So it doesn't look like much from what you can see. Okay, yeah, that looks shit. That looks like shit. But yeah, this is what can be assembled from these guys. But what I also gather is that there's also the digging zombie, the pole vaulting zombie, Pogo Zombie, and even the fucking Dancing Zombie too. Even the Digging Zombie. There's seeds. Some crudely drawn seed bag. This could be not similar to in San Quentin. New plants can be unlocked by collecting several seed bag pieces. I'm gonna assume that as well. Early Tango Kelp. Further hidden in the alpha layer, the second Tango Kelp background sample horizon. Early version of Tango Kelp. How do you find that? Hold on. How do you find that? Hang on. In the alpha layer, the second Tango Kelp background sample sprite is a early version of Tango Kelp. So Tangleweed is literally in there. It's just that I haven't found it. What was that? Y'all hear that? I just heard like a fucking gunshot or oh. I forgot about that. Cause New Year's Eve. But how do you find that? How do you fucking find that? Hang on. Oh, this fire's gonna be annoying. Where is that? Okay. Tangle Kelp. Okay. Let's turn the alpha layer all the way up. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm in paint.net because why not? Oh, there is several. Okay. They're literally trying to hide it. How do you find that? That's gonna be really annoying. How do you find that Tangle Kelp that's within the No? Okay. I don't know. I don't know how you find that. It looks like they just got rid of it. What the fuck? How did you find that? So weird. San Quentin Deluxe leftovers, bunch of them. Yeah. And I believe that's everything from the cutting room floor that I've pretty much gone over. Is there anything that we need to do here? Not going over that. Ditto, but possibly for plant. Jesus, these guys don't know anything. Oh, I need to show off something. I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot something. Y'all just saw it for a second, but I just Here it comes. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. It's a fucking nuke. It's a fucking nuke. Look at this. This is crazy. The fucking nuke. Like, can you believe that? Anyway, that should be everything from that site now. But yeah, it's probably an early explosion for the Doom Shroom. Oh yeah, there's also the unused cursor as well. Ah, fuck. There's also the early cursor as well. Well, not really early. It's literally the same fucking cursor that's used in every fucking PopCap game that's been used since Bejeweled 1. Even the hand. I don't know why that's not used though. That's weird. Early speech bubble. This is from Aquarium. I knew there was that somewhere. Wait, grass projectiles. What is this? I keep thinking this is the Diamond Floor, but it's not. Where did they find this? Unknown part of the enclosing line. I know this is used. I'm gonna correct myself on this. I thought this was unused as well, but it's actually not. This is for checking updates. Actually, could that be used considering? Could you check for updates within? I don't know. Maybe it is unused. I think it might be unused in like the current game, but I know it was used before. Oh yeah, there's unused achievements. I forgot to show this off. Sultan a spin. Upgrade all your plants and be gold twist. It should be noted that this is the same name as the final rank of Bejeweled Twist. That's interesting. Disrespected Dead. Remove 10 graves during a single nighttime level. Heavy weapons. Complete last stand using cop cans to kill zombies. This is a reference to the PopCap game Heavy Weapon. Which, yeah, it's the same company that made Plants vs. Zombies, by the way. Zen Profit. Earn a total of 100,000 coins for your Zen Garden. That, yeah, I see why it's not used. May not contain nuts. Defeat a 19 level without using tall nuts or walnuts or tall nuts. Which, that's just really easy. It's just really easy to get. Even multiculturalist. Use every plant at least once. I see why that's also not used. Beat it. Defeat a dancing zombie before he summons backup dancers. Which, by the way, that's a reference to the song by Michael Jackson. Gold farmer. Plant 5 marigolds in a gold magnet in a single level. Honestly, yeah, that seems like an achievement to me. That seems like an achievement because no one would ever do that. It seems like a fucking thing that only the rich would do. Face to face, complete a nighttime, complete a level with digging zombies without them reaching to the left side of your lawn, which is that's just easy. Just use a fucking magnet shroom. Oh, I forgot to show this too. There's also the Zomboni speed seed packet and the Pogo Zombie seed packet. I believe the Zomboni is not used because it's just really easy to run over the plants and get as much sun as you can. And also, the Pogo Zombie would also just simply hop over the brain, ignoring it. Other beta screens. Yeah. That seems pretty much it, honestly. I think we got through everything. I'm not sure if I can just call it here or not. It's already been 3 hours and something minutes. 17. I think that's enough to call it a day. I'm sorry there was like barely any gameplay, but that's what this episode was supposed to be about. There's supposed to be little gameplay. So yeah, I guess I'll just end it here. I mean, there was barely anyone watching, but that's understandable. There was barely any gameplay. I'm not sure if I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. Bunch of maybes. So yeah.